Welcome back, Drew. We're going to continue our analysis of your swing from the Mizzou hitting experience, and we're going to compare it to a current Major League Baseball player, and that's Kyle Seager, third baseman for the Seattle Mariners. So I want to show you first of all the video of him, and we've already seen your video and broken you down and made you aware of some things with your lower body, as well as your extension, your right arm in particular, and your upper body getting through the baseball. Kyle does in this video an extremely good job staying close, which is what we're talking about with you. You start a little close, but because of that, you open up. And when you open up, what it does is it flies open your front hip, okay, and then it has a hard time allowing your hands to get fully extended. Kyle does a really good job at doing both those things. So let's go ahead and play his. And his was taken in slow motion also. We'll pause it there just for a split second, but then you'll really see the extension that he did. Okay? So let's break this down. Let's go back to your swing. Okay? And we will get you to your launch position. Okay? And then we will work through Kyle and get him to his launch position, and we'll compare the two. So you have the toe tap. Okay? There's the tap. There's the second stride. The foot flies open and boom. That's where our post stride is. Okay? We are almost. I didn't even mention this in the first video, but if you really look at this, let's see. This foot is pointed this direction. This foot is pointed this direction. Okay? And if we draw a line from toe to toe, like this. Okay? That is not a particularly athletic spot to be in. Okay? It is athletic to have our toes outside of our feet, outside of our heels a little bit. But that's a little too much, one. And two, we're trying to create great kinesthetic angles for us to work with and through in order to maximize how hard and how consistently we can hit the baseball. So the first change I would make is definitely to point those toes straight towards the other batter's box. Let's go ahead and look at Kyle Seager and some of the things that he does to be successful. Okay. I would say that right about there is where his foot is completely on the ground, similar to yours. Okay. Now this is a tough angle because it's shot from behind the catcher, of course. So it looks like his foot is just barely open. Okay. Between where yours is and what I would call completely closed. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw a line for him. Okay, and then we can only assume where his foot is. We know it's not back this direction, or it'd be hitting the catcher. Okay, we can go ahead and call it pretty safe to say that it is back in this direction. Okay, so what we have here is a difference in angle. Okay, notice his hips. His hips are still square to the pitcher. Yours, one, they're tilted a little bit up, but they're also out, okay? Not to mention the momentum that you've created with your knee being towards third base, okay? Starting to move that direction, okay? That's pretty scary. It means that we've left a lot of power that we have behind. That's not necessarily a good thing, okay? So the suggestions I make are to keep your toes pointed forward, to start in a more squared off stance, stride to a pretty square position, and hit up against a flush, square front side. Okay? That's going to keep our angles intact to be able to more forcefully throw the barrel through the strike zone. Okay? Let's go ahead and watch in slow motion Kyle Seager, the rest of Kyle Seager's swing. and we'll identify a few other tricks that he does. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is how direct his hands are to the baseball. This is one of the very special talents that he has. He takes his hand from that launch position, and he starts to really go direct. Look at that, directly to the baseball. Okay, at this position right there, there's an extreme amount of bat lag. Okay, at contact, let's see if we can get a little bit right there. At contact, I want you to notice just how far extended his arm is. Okay, and this isn't really the point of extension that we're really talking about. Okay, we're not too concerned. We don't want it completely extended at contact. We're going to show you what we mean after that. Okay, let's get back to your swing here, and we'll take you to the exact same spot. Right there. Okay. Now you have a situation here where you are not as extended as from the outset. Okay, and that's fine. From here, it's okay to not be very extended. Okay, we can take that. We can live with that from there. Any more than that, any less extended than that would be an issue. Okay, that's pretty much right on the line. Okay. So as we go forward here, let's watch what happens to yours. We get there, and watch. Let me redraw our lines here. Shoulder stays the same. Go about right there. And we go our length of our arm. It's about right there. Let's watch Kyle Seager. Kyle Seager is probably about as locked out as he could be. Okay? I mean, it's just about maximized how locked out he could be. So, what I'm trying to prove to you here, and what that entails, is him being able to really stay through the ball longer, get some tremendous amount of backspin for the ball to carry a longer distance. Okay? That's some of the things he does. And obviously, he's a little bit stronger than you. He's taking a lot more swings than you. Continue to practice and continue to get better. You can see these things improve. Keep taking these tips and running with them, practicing. Okay, we look forward to seeing you in a future hitting experience or Mizzou camp. I want to make sure we thank you for your participation and you enjoyed this instructional video. Thank you.